Foggy fighting for survival in the Gold League. He only missed 2 Gold Leagues. The first one because no Westerners were allowed to play. The second one because he lost to Cash's off race in the qualifier. But whenever he was there, he almost always got the playoffs. Only once where he was beaten by Lin and TH and Lawlight in the group stage. It was still very, very close that year. Even in summer when he played from the Ukraine or Belarus, he made it again in a very, very fierce battle against WFZ. So how good are his odds in the Night of Mirror? I would think very good. If he loses a mirror match, then it's to Lawlight or Moon, and even that is heavily contested. He had one slip against Ro16, but that's long, long time ago. The stats versus Colorful are incredible. 13-1 in favor of Foggy.
Yeah, I just saw that a second ago. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How is it that Foggy has been dominating Colorful so hard over years as well? Started back in 2016. I guess you could argue Colorful wasn't that good back then. Colorful got his one win against him last year in April. They haven't been playing that much recently over the last 2 years. But yeah, 93% win rate. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and Moon on Foggy on the first map against Moon looked really good. On the second one, maybe not too much, but maybe Foggy goes into this a little bit as the favorite. Our starting map is Amazonia, Northern Isles for Colorful, Terranistan for Foggy. The bans are Concealed Hill and Echo Isles for Colorful, Last Refuge and Turtle Rock for Foggy. What does this tell us?
Well, the one clear thing that always stands out is Concealed and AZ are pretty good for bottom hunts. But then again, bottom hunts doesn't seem to be getting played by anyone currently too much. Last Refuge, the typical very strong bear map, makes sense that Foggy removes that one. I think this is going to be the story behind these bans, the story of this matchup. Foggy wanting to play expansions, wanting to play range, wanting to play keeper, and Colorful much more preferring the Demon Hunter style, unless one of these two is going to surprise us. Maybe Foggy should play range, should play expansion if he goes up into a straight up bear mirror game all about micro. His ping is of course not going to be doing him many favors.
True, but you can play around that maybe. If it's a base race, do you need the craziest ping? Of course, loading into Zeppelins will affect everything a little bit, but it's not the straight up fights. Maybe he can prevent that on maps, especially like Amazonia, where Zeppelin bear drops against the trees are pretty likely. Or is it gonna be something different? Is it gonna be the Keeper Archer once again? How confident does Foggy feel in the straight up battles? Does he think it's just a straight up better strategy? We didn't talk about Colorful too much, but we definitely should, because it's kind of his year, rising to be the team captain of LP Club. Very, very good performances in all team competition, whether it be WGTL, where he defeated Infi, or WCG, where he definitely carried his team to the 3rd place medal. Mirror match, and especially against Foggy, doesn't seem to be his forte. It is the chance for our hope to make it. Sparks Esports representative Foggy in the bottom left, and Lao Pao Esports Club's Colorful in the upper right. The loser is out. The winner faces Moon in the lower bracket final.
And I am very, very curious which heroes are we going to be seeing here. I am expecting a Demon Hunter by Colorful. This map is decent for it, can be problematic against the Podem, but as said earlier, nobody seems to be playing Podem anymore. The meta has shifted. Demon Hunter it is, and Foggy is the keeper. Oh, it is Podem. All right, she's back.
She is back indeed. Foggy showing again that he can play pretty much every style in Night of Mirror, and he might dictate this. This is, of course, timing dependent, but little bit of history here. There was a battle in a Gold League qualifier when it was still, Westerners taking part in the Asian qualifiers. And that was also a match. Foggy versus Colorful, and Foggy destroyed Colorful with Podem twice. That's a couple of years ago, but since then, it hasn't really changed.
Yeah, I think the bottom here is tailor-made against Colorful. I think this he has a hard read here that the Demon Hunter will be played as Colorful. Loves the hero so much. This could very well be mass hunts into APs, mass hunts into glaives. Could be a tough game here for Colorful. It looked like from Colorful's gesture that something might be wrong with the PC. I think he's playing on the left side again. Left side from our perspective. Just like we saw before. Maybe a reoccurring issue. Hopefully, we're going to be able to resolve that here shortly. Of course, we want to make sure it's the best playing conditions possible for our players. So, this is going to take a minute until we get back into it.
Yeah, what's up with that left side, man? People kicking that PC. Okay, apparently there is a disconnect, so regame in a second. We restart our game. It's up finally. And once again, the introduction. In the bottom left, we have LP Club's Colorful and Foggy playing this time in the upper right. Will the heroes remain the same? Will it be a Demon Hunter versus Bottom matchup? Or is it going to be something different now? High stakes, the loser is out of the Gold League.
So it's the same positions, it's the same building placement. Is it going to be the same heroes? I think so. We'll be very surprised if suddenly, just because of the disconnect, they throw out their game plan and their preparation.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either. And this is oftentimes the matchup. It's not that Colorful will be surprised by a Bottom. If he's up against Foggy, Observer is asleep. There we go. Demon Hunter it is. Foggy. I could see him change to a Keeper, but no. Bottom it is as well. Keeper, maybe tailor-made against Moon. Bottom, definitely a valuable asset against Colorful.
Yeah, the Bottom does work out very well against the Demon because she really doesn't mind if she gets burned. She's mostly about the aura. Early game, the Searing Arrow can do a decent job, but the later the game goes, the less significant it really becomes. It's about the level 3 Bottom with Huntresses and maybe upgrades, maybe scrolls, then having an overwhelming presence, being able to push the opponent quite well. Very interesting to see in mirror matchups where certain strategies are suddenly good. For example, Bottom mass hunts in every other matchup is completely horrible, but here somehow it works out. Because the normal damage is really valuable. You have the normal damage from the Huntresses being boosted up by the Bottom, and with that normal damage, you can deal pretty well with heroes, namely with the Demon Hunter. Also good against archers in the right position, but it's mainly about being able to deal with the Demon Hunter. Because if the Demon Hunter doesn't get pressured, then he can pretty much win a game by himself. If he's going up against Keeper and archers, for example, throw boots on top of him, he can really control the mid game, the early game. But with the Bottom, once she has a couple of hunts, the Demon Hunter is going to have a much tougher time.
Okay. First thing in Foggy games on Amazonia, check if there was a deny. And gladly, there was not. So we have level 2, Gloves of Haste, Cloak of Shadows. Nice to have that. Demon Hunter with a Circlet will certainly be happy. So neither Colorful nor Foggy is denying anything. Of course, Colorful is teching. That's his goal. Go to Bears as fast as you can, or maybe even stay at Dryads as he sees that there's Huntress coming from Foggy.
Always, when you play Demon Hunter, he's the centerpiece of your army. You have to play around him. He's the most important part by far. I mean, so are all heroes, of course, but with the Demon Hunter, it's even more pronounced. When you're playing mass hunts, the Bottom is also important, but mainly she's the aura carrier, whereas the Demon Hunter needs to be relied on heavily. For that reason, you really love to creep him up early, get up some items on him, maybe purchase some. That's why Echo Isles can be very strong for him. You can find a couple of claws, buy a couple of circlets, get level 3 fairly reliably. You want to get level 3 with this Demon Hunter if you can, but here comes the problem. It's difficult to do. On this map, you get level 2 for free, of course. You would also love to go towards the middle, especially the trolls, to creep up more with the archers and get level 3. But if you do that, those archers are in danger of getting sniped. Foggy will be going for Huntresses, obviously, and they are much faster than the archers for Colorful. So if the archers for Colorful are out on the map, they're in danger. And once they start falling, a push can be very dangerous. 40 supply push with APs or glaives, scrolls, all that good jazz could definitely be a possibility for Foggy, and if Colorful should lose some archers, that could very quickly become a deadly push.
Indeed. It is very timing dependent, as you said, but Foggy knows this inside out. Some Night Elves really don't like this style. For example, Lawlight. He doesn't like the mirror match in general, but what he despises the most is this Huntress Glaive AP push scenario. Nice Archer Shadow Melt. Foggy knows exactly what's up. He has everything covered on the map. Look at the blue dots. He can do whatever now. And the bottom finds the creep check.
Has the Ultra Vision advantage here, by the way. Sniping off archers. That's what he wants to do, but he can't quite do it. Colorful doing a good job. Creeping very safely. He went for the green, and then he pulls out the bigger camp. He doesn't go out to the trolls in the middle of the map, where it would be dangerous. Playing it super safe so far. Strong defensive play at the moment. By Colorful, I think he's playing it doubly safe.
Yeah.
Going for an Ancient Protector, which is coming up, not getting cancelled. And that one is, of course, very powerful against the unarmored Huntresses with their piercing damage.
Draining Moon Juice is nice once the Hunts get a good concave and all attack one target. It gets really hard for Colorful to heal all of that up, and this is just preparation for Foggy for the big push to come. He wants to drain as much Moon Juice during the night as possible, so when he pushes during day, there's not much left, and Colorful can't heal, but Colorful with the AP, yeah, as you said, very well prepared. This game plan is looking good for the Chinese.
Yeah, I think his idea, his intention might be to force Foggy here back, do a little bit of damage, creep level 3 on the demon, and then go for a second hero. There are strong second hero options against this Night Elf mass. What we usually see is either Beastmaster or Tinker. Both can work out pretty well, either Bash Bear for blocking or Quill Beast for damage, and of course the Pocket Factory to be a bit of distraction, blocking, and so on. Demon Hunter taking decent damage here, but you know, he's quite tanky. He's got evasion, he's got plenty of health and armor, and even snipes the first Huntress. That's never supposed to happen. Foggy, one archer there in trouble as well. Colorful gets a kill he's not supposed to get.
True. More time for the tech. Here are the glaives. Foggy muscling up to 50 supply, and then during the day, he will be going for this push. Is Colorful gonna be ready? What's the second
he
hero?
steals the last hit!
Wow.
The archers snipe the big creep. That's level 3 for the Demon Hunter. Foggy took more damage. Very damaged now. Has to fall back. He's got Moon Juice. He can heal up again. But he's also not getting the heal scroll from Colorful's shop. Colorful can go for that if he wants. And guess what? He's even going tier 3. Colorful is looking hella confident right now.
I love the level 2 evasion, by the way. Mana burn, what does it really give you against the Potom? Not much. You can't really prevent the Searing Arrow anyway. The aura is there all of the time. So, as the Demon Hunter is going to be the tank and always in the front row, why not go for that extra percentage? Lots of items sold for the heal scroll and protector scroll, and Foggy is brave enough to go for Colorful shop, stealing that away.
Alright, here we go. This is the push. Archers getting kind of caught out in the open. Colorful has to bring them back. Playing Demon solo. No second hero. That's how he's able to afford these rides in tier 3 and everything.
Potom is constantly close to the Demon Hunter. Or the Demon Hunter is constantly close to the Potom, if you want to put it that way. Needs a lot of repair. Is he just baiting these shots? Or is the Potom completely out of position?
Oh, the Demon Hunter control is wonderful. He's gonna snipe this glaive, isn't he?
Oh, he's gonna get surrounded soon. Good Wisp Wall. And so he's not sniping this. But bears are there, tier 3 as well.
Yeah, Colorful's buying a ton of time before this push actually hits. He's gonna have master training done. This Potom's so hurt already, and remember the TP is sold. This heal scroll probably gonna have to be used very early on.
Maybe going for an invul potion or something. Can Shadow Melt? Demon Hunter not getting a dust.
Colorful didn't go for the invul there himself. Interesting. All right,
Redo.
Off we go.
What do you need an invul for when you have redo and there's basically no dispel? 2 wisps here might be needed for repair or for even more towers. The Dryad piercing damage, the Arts of piercing damage. Foggy is just suffering at the moment.
Great dancing with the Dryad. Takes forever to take that one out with the Glaive Thrower. Archers being microed back as well. The Hunters are taking 1,000,000 damage. Heal scroll already gone. All Hunts falling. Demon level 4. This looks like an easy defense for Colorful.
That is incredible. Completely outplayed in every single step of the game.
Yeah. Colorful knew exactly what he had to do here playing the demon solo with the fast tech, the AP, the creep route, the control, the pressure on the bottom. Give Colorful a demon hunter, and he's gonna show you an amazing performance.
Well, 1 tower is up, 3 new glaives, but... Okay, 2 towers up. But the hunts are way too hurt. He burned through both scrolls. Priestess has to move away from the demon hunter. Level 4, so strong. And now the bears reach their target. There's another heal scroll. A little bit more sustain on the hunts as more of them are joining. But there's no damage on the bears.
Yeah, this is hopeless. This Demon Hunter is so tanky. There should be Moon Juice for him still. There's a bit of rejo every now and then coming in. He's close to level 5, where he's probably going to go evasion. 30% dodge chance is what that gives. And here comes the rejo. The Wisp for detonate a little too slow. Shop should be ready as well. Or did he even have buy a shop? I'm not sure. We didn't see an Ancient of Wonders yet. Has it now, though. We see the staff. And guess what? He can even go for an Orb of Venom now once he has the gold.
All right, my stream is stuttering.
Yep, mine as well.
Okie dokie. That's not too great. Oh. Here it is back.
Catching up now, just in time to see the GG.
Yeah. Ay, 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 ay. Not good at all.
And maybe we just saw the reason why Potom Hunts isn't played that much anymore. This strat in Night of Mirror was the go-to. We saw so many Night Elves falling to this push with Potom, with Hunts. Foggy didn't play this bad. I don't think he played it entirely perfectly as well. Especially that first Huntress loss was a clear mistake. But Night Elves around the world, and especially Colorful, have become so good at dealing with the strategy. Go for an AP early, go to tier 3, go to Bears, skip the second hero. Save lots of money that way and get ready for the push. Colorful every step of the way, knew what he needed to do. Never lost a single archer until he was tier 3. I'm not sure if he even lost one after that. And Colorful destroys this strategy, which is probably not viable on the top level anymore.
Not if you expect it, not if you see it coming, not if you know how to play against it. Colorful on the way to the second win over Foggy. What was Foggy's map pick?
I'm not sure.
LR? Was Northern Isles for Colorful?
Foggy banned Last Refuge?
Ah, that's interesting as well. Concealed? I can see this Potom style work on Concealed.
We will have Northern?
Yeah, that's Colorful's pick.
Yeah. And...
yeah, once again. Love the Demon Hunter.
Terranas, right?
Terranas. Yes, exactly. Terranas it was. Okay. Terranas. Yeah. Love the Demon Hunter control. Constant damage on the Potom. Always chip damage on Huntress. Like, there was barely any downtime when it comes to damage from that Demon Hunter. Also super tanky. Archer protected. In the fight, he had the Demon Hunter in front. He had the Ancient of War in front. He had 2 bears in front. And Foggy still tried to die for the archers. There was so much free damage.
Here we are. We see the maps again. Terrana stand. It is indeed... yeah, Colorful with the Echo Isles band. That used to be a really good map for him with Demon Hunter, but I guess he discovered that it can be problematic against the Keeper Archer style. This is the new flavor for Night of Mirror for many guys out there. Lawlight, Foggy, and Moon have showed it. Keeper Archer with a Naga really doesn't seem to be the preferred style of Colorful.
One map from elimination. Foggy. Can you pull out another gold miracle, as you oftentimes did? In gold series, you know he's making us sweat so many times in the past, losing the first map and then coming back. Against Moon, his strongest map was the first one, but I can definitely... we've had a lot of turnarounds here in the Gold League in general. I can see Foggy turning this around. Mentally very, very, very stable, meditating a little bit in between games. He knew what went wrong and can fix that, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Terrana stand. Much more defensive map. Could very well lead to a 2-base kind of game. The style that Moon liked to play here for a long time was tier 2 expansion with mass dryads. That is certainly pretty susceptible to the new Archer style. But as we said, Colorful, this is not necessarily the style he prefers to play. Could actually be a bear mirror. For many players out there, Terraner Stand will result in bears oftentimes, although it seems like Foggy is trying to dodge that as much as he can, which again, with a higher ping, is understandable. I think Colorful is enjoying this. He notices he can play a Demon Hunter, it's working out well, and that's the game he wants to play most of the time. This was the most brutal loss for him so far. When he tried with the Demon Hunter against Infi on Concealed Hill, he surprisingly went for the Demon first. That did not work out at all. That hero certainly has great limitations against human, but in the mirror can still do a good job.
Yeah, this would be another testament to Colorful's rise, right? When he's beating his nemesis on the biggest stage we have in Warcraft. Just these things that apparently he couldn't overcome for such a long time. Finishing games, for example, after a good early game. This Night Elf mirror against Foggy that didn't really suit him for a long time. 2020 is the time for Colorful to improve in pretty much every single regard. He might still not be the best one of all time, but apart from that, so rock solid.
Yeah, absolutely. We mentioned it earlier. The record between them over the years has been crazy. 93% win rate for Foggy up until this point. Colorful could almost double his win rate today if he gets that win, which it's not looking bad for currently. We see Foggy in the Belarus. A newly married man would love to celebrate with this trophy right here, the Staff of Medivh, but he's in trouble.
He's in trouble indeed. Spam this Froggy to support Foggy. Raise your arms. Take my energy. We want Foggy on the last day of the group stage. So are we hoping for Blade later on, also in a mirror match against Chemico. Foggy in the bottom right for Sparks. You can win a Foggy jersey, by the way, on the social accounts of Sparks Esports. Can check it out. Colorful punching the about to punch the ticket for the lower bracket final versus Moon. In the bottom left. Demon Hunter again.
What's Foggy going for? Oh, double Demon. I would have expected a Keeper here, to be honest. Keeper, Mass, Naga, Expo, that kind of stuff. But Foggy is following up with his own Demon Hunter. And double Demon pretty likely is going to lead into Bears then. Unless Foggy wants to play that Mass Dryad Expo style.
This is also pretty much the question, who's the third best Night Elf in the world, right? Between Colorful and Foggy. After Moon and Lawlight, of course.
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, one mirror match doesn't really decide this. But, giving an indicator. Foggy quite some top 4 runs, but not on the DreamHacks. Like, no grand final of DreamHacks so far. Oftentimes surpassed by a Vortex, by a Blade, by an X-Lord. Not the year of Foggy yet. Of course, the top 8 performance in WGL Summer was a tremendous accomplishment. Very early shop. He just... Wait, what? 30 supply as well?
I would have expected him to cancel that one.
Maybe
just busy with the creeps.
Yeah.
Double gauntlets for Colorful. He can min-max the healing a little bit with that, which is okay. But of course, ideally you want to find damage, which Foggy has with the slippers. Throw the beast at a decent timing could help a lot as well. The best item you can find here, especially early, is the heal potion.
Yeah.
Neither of them got it. And they're kind of going for a mirrored creep route here. Foggy definitely with a slightly better item so far.
Shop trick cancelled late as he was a little busy. In the end. Very tanky Demon Hunter again for Colorful. Foggy with a little bit more damage. He'll probably prefer that. Okay, this looks like a bear mirror then.
The movements diverge. I like the creep route here by Foggy, heading up north and going for the next claws, attempting to.
It's big
Colorful.
though. Usually on Terranos you rely a lot on Zeppelins and bear drops. Colorful has his Engine of War in position to go for that. Foggy will probably not. Oh, Colorful lets go actually. Both steal their Berserkers. Nice.
Can't really kill that Engine of War. It's healing, it's rooted, and he knows the army could be coming in. So a little bit of wasted time there by Colorful. He didn't achieve much in the last minute or so. Foggy got a bit of an experience lead. He got good items, boots, and telestaff. Very mobile.
Yeah, Foggy of course in love with the telestaff for more than 6 years. When he eliminated Lin from a WGL group stage, that was his item that got him the victory. Back when we were still diving orc bases.
Seems like a lifetime ago. When talents were the meta. They might be returning. I've heard rumblings, especially from Hitman, about 1 million times, but we still have to see it becoming the meta yet.
Okay. A lot more passive, of course, this game, but Foggy is not missing a chance to do damage and to try to get slightly ahead of this interesting expo position, upper right. This might not be expected, and Foggy continues to kill buildings here. Keeping Colorful supply blocked. He can't go for a second hero at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. And now he would have to detonate the Wisp. That's very annoying. Oh, look at that Wisp Scout. Oh, he was so close to seeing it. Did he see it?
Did he see it? It's
I don't
night.
think so. He would be staffing up there if he did. Oh my god, that was so close.
Inches away. That's crazy.
That's pretty lucky for Foggy. My god, was that close.
Ultra Vision finished now. Imagine this upgrade for Colorful 5 seconds earlier. Yeah, he just keeps on harassing the base. Good save by Foggy. Probably not lasting, but buy some time, and the juggle works. Yeah, that's the staff out. He's not staffing to the Wisp on the right-hand side. Foggy buys so much time.
Oh my god. And because he's not at the tavern, this might be a keeper second then. Which against Mass Dryads really isn't that good.
He's not moving there at all. He's not contesting the middle. Foggy is now close, ready to defend. And
Great positioning there by Foggy. He kept this spot secret
Yeah.
until this tournament, until this game, when everything's on the line. But here comes the Creepjack now. Ancient of War about to fall. Colorful perhaps, a little bit late, however.
Belt of Giant Strength as the item, not perfect, but he still has the level lead. Now we have this Naga on Naga action. There might be a Zeppelin for Foggy to save his second hero. Maybe click war going on with Colorful having the better ping. That might help. But no, even saving the resources, that might backfire.
Yeah, it's not daytime yet. Then we get the Zeppelin.
Ah.
Oh, the Naga. Boots transferred. Should be safe. Even goes for a kill here. Foggy suddenly looking confident. Having a really good game so far as the Ukrainian.
The typical gold turnaround. No, 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 no!
Don't stop moving.
Alright, salvages it. More Dryads in the tier 3 tech.
This is a
Expo
hard
cancelled.
creep camp, by the way. Colorful is still around.
Yeah. And the Naga's
And
not.
Now he sees it.
Telly staff up. Okay, Expo exposed. Demon Hunter at 50%. Merc's getting taken out immediately. Item for Foggy first. Might help him. Wand of the Wind takes out the Demon Hunter. Goes for the Naga. Great decision. Staff is not ready. And this Naga for Colorful might be dead. Long range Frost Arrow. Dryad should shoot. No! 5 HP. Foggy lets it go. And now has to take care of her own Naga. Denies the Naga. No,
Yeah,
the
I like that
creeps!
choice.
Okay.
I don't know if it was intentional, but I think he should have done it regardless.
Yeah.
The expansion here seems to be finishing under heavy assault, though.
Ooh, needs repair. Colorful still pushing. The Dryad reinforcements are quick. Invo potion committed. Foggy is losing more, but on the other side, Colorful is losing Dryads as well. Still creeps around. Still damage to that tree.
Demon hits the level 3. A few wisps going down. The tree will be surviving.
Oh, the Demon Hunter! TP's out last second.
Oh, the Dryad.
Taking the Naga. Okie dokie. Foggy's in control. Still has to weather the storm that will come once the bears with Master Training are there.
Okay. How good of a position is this now for Foggy? Hard to tell. I wonder if he can make that assessment. He's got a bit of a level lead. He's got a bit of a supply lead, but of course the bears will be coming in for Colorful. Normally the Dryads play fairly well against bears from a leading position, like 70 versus 50 supply and so on. But if Colorful ever gets to 65, 70 supply bears himself,
yeah,
it's going to be very tough to deal with that with Dryads.
Master Training. Countdown coming. Engine of War. Pretty low. Creeping. With Adept bears now. But okay. That's the item. For Colorful, didn't see it yet.
Yeah, I don't know if Foggy should trade hits like that. He doesn't have Reju.
And also no Moonwells close, which Colorful has. Zeppelin now. That should be the play, but against Mass Dryads, also dangerous.
Yeah, 240 gold. Pretty expensive.
And Foggy's comeback qualities have increased tremendously. We saw that in DreamHack as well, where he was down a map against Johnny Cage. He was down a map against Vortex. But he takes the series nonetheless. Takes every map as it is the first one.
I wonder what Colorful's plan is now. Is he going to get up to 50 and then take a fight? Is he going to play more defensively? Is he going to try to be greedy? With the TP being gone now, it's hard to be greedy. If he wanted to be, he would go bottom left, creep as much as he can down there, and upon a creep jack, TP out, but it's not an option anymore. He's creeping on his side of the map where it's safe, while still being pretty low supply. Foggy firing up to 55, he'll be 70 in no time. Dryad's pretty cheap in gold, you can get high up there and supply fairly fast. Upgrades will be important. Foggy needs to make sure he doesn't forget about those for the Dryads.
Yeah. Absolutely. Foggy again, just like his big idle moon, trusting in the Dryads, even though that's a very micro-heavy play at times. Thinks he's the better one. Scroll of Healing twice on Foggy. He can, of course, afford it. He might be an upkeep, but he still has two bases. Zeppelin flying around, but the army is on the left-hand side, and they might clash soon. And Colorful is not ready for a fight at all.
Yeah, absolutely. That Zeppelin not protecting him currently. Demon Hunter does now have the Orb of Venom that is very powerful against Dryads. And in fact, these Dryads are all getting poisoned already from the Assassins. Painful creep camp here for Foggy.
Big invul potion. It is nighttime. He has regen now on the units. And trading
amazing
hits.
Items on this demon.
Super tanky. But Colorful at one point needs a push against the expansion. And Foggy keeping him busy. Foggy rising up in supply. Hope he got another Moonwell to get up to 80 and then upgrades.
Too sharp positioning up there as well. Foggy wants to take a decent fight here now with his big Dryad army, but he's fighting into the enemy base where there's Moonwells around.
Demon Hunter pretty low, 50% only. Takes chip damage from Orb of Venom, and there can always be Reju, but okay, we got the Dispel. Demon Hunter, very low, uses the potion.
First bear dropping very low, staff is there. There's only a single staff, not double staff to save these bears, so one of them will be going down. Big invul potion popped as well. Colorful losing a lot of bears here as it seems. Heal scroll on Foggy's side. He's hardly losing anything. These Dryads having a great fight here so far against the bears.
Wow, that's such a huge lead. Colorful wanted to force a hero kill on the Demon Hunter, but there were too many consumables, and he wanted to draw the TP of the Naga, but there was again a scroll. Foggy continues his shop control. Gotta be careful with these Dryads. 2, 3 are about to fall. He gets a new scroll though, and the value is wonderful. 2 bears remaining. That's it. That's Colorful's army.
Yeah, another one will be going down here. Ooh, and there's a third bear hurt in the back. Colorful is finding some return kills. Foggy can reproduce so easily, though. Another heal scroll comes through. Now we have the double staff. That's a big help for Colorful. Can save bears much more easily now. Demon Hunter is going to town. Of course, only Colorful has the Orb of Venom. Would love to see a second Orb of Venom as well, but doesn't have enough gold for that. He now needs more bears for more rejuve. That's the one advantage here for Colorful, but the rejuve always getting dispelled as well.
Yes.
Double staff is showing its strength. The Demon Hunter in trouble. Heal potion will have to be bought, and he does. Foggy needs to make sure he doesn't overextend. He's TPing out now.
One Dryad falls during the town portal.
And he went to tier 3. I like that. Behind that push, going tier 3. Foggy making sure he'll be able to go into bears at some point. And this game is looking very good now for the Ukrainian.
Okay. Still a huge lead. He has to respond. Like, there will probably be an all-in push by Colorful with bears. Maybe he can even use the Zeppelin. So it comes as a little bit of a surprise. As the bridge is guarded. And that will give Foggy some time to respond. Foggy playing a little greedy at the moment. No TP. Maybe he doesn't need that.
Oh, Zeppelin drop. Always dangerous with bears, but Foggy's anticipating it. He's heading north.
Kind of felt that Foggy was a little lazy with his Dryad micro in the fight. He could have prevented more and more right clicks by pulling them back and then shooting again. Okay, needs to be ready for this push.
Surrounding his tree right away, unloads the bears.
Nice. Oh, so ready. Heroes aren't really there yet, or at least the Demon Hunter isn't here yet. But yeah, Colorful sees that didn't work as planned. Oh boy, and yeah, getting out of there without a Zeppelin is hard, and Foggy survives. Ties up the series. That was a game to his liking.
Yeah, very well done. Kind of classic Foggy play. Expanding fairly early, holding on, playing tier 2 mass, playing from a leading supply position. And that Tree of Life position kind of won him the game. Colorful was so close to seeing it. That was like 100 range max that he was away from scouting this one. Yeah. He sent a Wisp up there, but in that little corner right there, we haven't seen that Tree of Life before. But from now on, people are going to scout for it a lot more.
That was crazy. How close this was. The fact that Colorful even scouted for it shows how solid he is and how advanced his play at the moment is. But Foggy, sometimes you need a little luck. And he got that here. Pulling us into map number 3. Will the Chinese win streak end here? Will the first Chinese player be eliminated? Colorful's gold performances, despite his rise, really not the best, and the gold curse might continue for the LP club captain.
I'm very, very curious what we're going to see now on Northern Isles.
Yeah.
It's a very good map for creeping green into expansion, and then expanding with that pretty quickly. And the best hero to do that with is the Keeper of the Grove. Colorful, though, not really a Keeper player in this matchup anymore. I could definitely see it from Foggy. In fact, I'm certainly expecting Keeper from Foggy on Northern. I wonder what Colorful is going to do. Like the play here by Foggy a lot. He gets value out of the Dryads, takes a good fight with more supply. Was some beautiful heal scrolls in there. Makes sure he gets tier 3 behind it to get bears if he will need them at some point. Colorful was playing that game pretty well, but that missed scout, really came to cost him. Beautiful defense also by Foggy, by the way, when he was creeping the expansion up there. That's a lot of damage from that corner camp. If you're not in position right away with Wisps to repair, that Tree of Life can go down. And imagine if that Tree of Life falls right there. That's probably the game lost and Foggy out of the tournament.
That's the deciding map right here. Colorful after the WCG Grand Final would be a huge disappointment. Not Grand Final, Semi-Final. After the WCG Semi-Final. Would be a huge disappointment to drop in Group 1, in Round 1 of the group stage. In a tough group, of course. And for Foggy, not reaching the playoffs, despite the ping, would be a big disappointment for him as well.
Absolutely. So, once again, a moment to rest, to reset your mind. Foggy's gonna meditate right now. Consider his options. I'm sure he has multiple builds that he can go for. He's gonna choose one of those openings now. Judging Colorful, I would imagine he prefers one build on Northern, the one he's most practiced with, and I would imagine that's the one he's gonna go for. Of course, he's gonna consider as well now, in the second that he has to think, what Foggy's gonna play. It seems like the most likely thing would be Keeper, Green into Expo. That seems to fit Foggy's style a lot. That is what the current meta is leaning towards. Foggy oftentimes goes with the new trends of the meta. Moon and Lawliad set it first, and then Foggy oftentimes picks it up. Although, that being said, we have seen no Keeper Archer at all yet. And maybe that's because Colorful likes the Demon Hunter still so much, where the Keeper can have a very tough time. But if you get into a good position with the Keeper, fast level 3, and then a Naga follow-up, then the Demon Hunter can also have a hard time.
Okay, Foggy, known to take quite some breaks in between the maps. Meditate a little. That's his thing. We saw that in the player cams during DreamHack. And especially with so much pressure here. So far, only Koreans have been eliminated. That will change. Sok and Lin out. Lin probably on the way home already. But here it is. We're loading into the game. Colorful still in the jacket. It's not that cold in that room over there, but okay, maybe it's just his thing, just as it was for Infi. And Foggy, of course, in his home in the Belarus. The boxing champion. Can he swing back once again? He has to, or he's out. Deciding match in the Lowerbracket Semifinal of Group C at Warcraft Gold League. If you want to get your shot at the $30,000, you have to win this. Foggy bottom left, Colorful upper right.
All right, then. Let's see what we get. Is this going to be the first deviation in strategy? Are we going to see something other than a Demon Hunter by Colorful? As I mentioned before, Keeper with the Treants for creeping the natural fast can be very, very impactful, very strong here, especially early on. I would expect that from the Foxter. Oh, Potom it is again, having a hard read on a Demon. And guess what? He's right. It is Demon indeed.
Okay. Is that gonna work better than on AZ? It has to. He might hide the Ancient Protectors better and might dodge the Demon Hunter a little more. Northern Isle's definitely bigger than AZ is, less predictable than AZ is.
Yeah, it's a little harder for the Potom to get level 3 here. I think it's kind of comparable to AZ, but it's a lot harder to get the heal scrolls. That creep camp is nasty. He's probably would have to just buy it at daytime with a Potom and then quickly run away. I don't think he can creep it with his hunts. That would take too much damage. Maybe he's not even going to be focused so much on pushing. Maybe more expanding is going to be his plan here.
Oh, I was worried. Man, with this delay on the overlay, I'm always worried that Foggy is denying something, but no. Big damage.
Colorful did. He denied the little creep.
You worried for your boy?
Yeah, not a great start for him. Also, the item, not necessarily the best. Ring can be good later on. Potom with the claws. That's exactly what she was hoping for. Early Hunter's Hall. Is it gonna be double AOW? Is the question. Demon Hunter going to the green, to the Murlocs. Normally, that double green will lead to a level 2. Not in this case. Colorful. Is that the nerves?
Looks like it so far. Usually, he had nerves of steel when the pressure was on him, when he had to keep his team alive, especially. Then it didn't bother him too well. Maybe the support of a Fortitude is missing at the moment. Foggy with Watch Awards. Really good.
Insane drops for Foggy. Claws and Sentries, the perfect drops here early. Showing up for a bit of harass as well. Counter Sentries for Colorful. That's good. He can de-ward if he sees them being placed. Or just to see an approach. Sentry at the expansion. There's a building down there between the base. That's the Engine of War, right? Yeah, no expansion. Okay.
Okay, then it's still the 40 or 50 supply push. Demon Hunter scouts this. This is, of course, a lot of time where he doesn't creep or do anything, doesn't get any items. Foggy is tacking. Hunters into Dryads then, right?
Definitely looks that way. Okay, interesting. No push anymore. Foggy has lost faith in the AP push. Colorful there looked crazy strong in being able to defend that. Going for the Tuskars. Wait, Tuskars? How's he going to creep that? Tanking with the Demon Hunter? Okay.
Ooh, okay, that's an investment. I mean, he's not using mana burn, so healing is cheap. He only has 2 Moonwells, though. Yeah, he's pulling back from this.
I think he saw the bottom coming in with a sentry in the middle. He has that vision. Foggy would love to get a creep jag here, take out 2 archers that would put him in a really good position for the mid game. Oh, sitting in the shadow meld. Always an opportunity for Night Elf during nighttime to ambush. But I think Colorful knows.
Man, they must be so nervous. One misstep can cost you the game. Or give your opponent the lead that you need in a mirror match. Feels like Colorful is wasting an incredible amount of time.
He's playing it safe once again. I mean, the bottom isn't getting ahead so much. He just took the rest of the green camp there. I wonder if he's going for an AP again to play it super safe. Or if he's feeling more safe already, going tier 3 faster.
Forget the Tavern. Dark Ranger against the Archers. I like that play.
Oh,
little Toxie-esque.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, with that, you got a lot of tempo, of course. Need some skeletons, and with Archers, getting an army of skeletons is easy to get, but can be easily countered by a Wisp, of course. Wand over the Wind again. That helped Foggy defend his expansion on Terraner Stand.
There's the AP to make sure he can survive, playing it safe. Sentry Ward now sees what Foggy is up to, and with that, Colorful knows he's safe in the middle. He can creep the Merchant if he wants. Tinker second. I like that. The Pocket Factory. Good against all mass. Good against Dryads. Good against Potom. Not so good against Bears if we should get there, but with Potom and Dark Ranger, that is rather unlikely.
Pocket Factory also good against buildings. Exactly. I wanted to point that out. And since Foggy is going for that expansion, why not?
Scourge Bone Chimes. That is so good. Oh my god. That is absolutely amazing. Finally a good item for Colorful. He found some really bad ones at the beginning, but this one makes up for him.
Can't take it away from Foggy. Oh, one of the wind on that Tinker. Does he close that surround? Should be. Yep. And there's no staff for Colorful, but he finds that tree. And now Foggy has to respond. The Tinker bites the dust. Dark Ranger and the Huntress are not here. Can Foggy use the Wand of the Wind on the Demon Hunter before that tree falls? No.
Crucial moment. Can he punish this somehow? Force a TP maybe. If the demon staffs out, attempts to do it, he can Cyclone him. But there's not enough hunts in the south, so this Demon Hunter can't really be pressured, be punished. But Foggy's doing a good job. Dark Ranger in the north is creeping a lot of experience away from Colorful's side.
Yeah, the Demon Hunter is barely level 3. Tinker would ideally need some levels as well, especially the level 2 for the higher frequency on the clockworks. Dark Ranger gets the crystal ball. It's a little unlucky. But he got the AP, and that AP is basically useless. He expected that push to come. That's why he built the AP. It might have some value down the road, but wasted resources in the first place.
Speaking of value, dude, that Scourge Bone Chimes. The demon has already healed for so much. We don't have stats to show you, but it must be at least like 200, 300 HP or something already. Don't think you can cancel it again. Yeah, it's too late now. Foggy's around.
Not with the Potom around, not with the Dryads slowing down the attack speed. Why is Foggy going silent, by the way? Doesn't make that much sense, I guess.
Demon might be forced into a TP over here.
With the one of the winds and surround. Possible. Finally, the Tinker is buying some time to creep. Engineering upgrade. Always appreciated.
Oh, Creepjack coming in.
Alright, Foggy killed the Tinker once. Colorful doesn't want this to happen again and TP's out. That is the necessary time Foggy needs for the expansion to work. And a big investment for Colorful. But he's gonna have the bears. They are the superior unit. And they are buffed by the Vamp Aura.
Foggy with only 45 supply is not looking that scary yet. If he gets up to 65, 70, around there, once again, the mass can look pretty powerful. Upgrades also will be important.
There's a big push coming for Colorful, I feel. With 2-3 bears and the Pocket Factory that is probably going to be level 2 by that point. That's a lot of damage against structures. You don't even have to take the fight.
Oh, no Orb of Venom yet on this Demon Hunter, by the way. Not quite hitting his full potential yet. Last hit, an item goes to the Demon here. Claws +9. Hello!
Ooh, more regen, of course, as well. Finally, the Portimer level 2 True Shot Aura. That is so much damage. Double heal scroll. Big investment by Foggy into his inventory. Dark Ranger level 3.4. A game on a knife's edge. Entangled Goldmine about to finish. And then tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Clock ticking for Colorful.
Shop now done for Colorful. Finally, was waiting for that for a long time. He can go for the Orb of Venom. Now he's got the gold. Still plenty of gold for Colorful. Is he gonna counter expand or push? Those are his two options. Just creeping for now.
There's electricity in the air. We know a storm is brewing. But it's not there yet. Illusions will be great. Having rings on the hero in this case I like as well. A lot about hero focus recently. No Nature's Blessing for Foggy, by the way.
Cloak of Flames.
Oh,
not
it's
the best
there
item.
Finally. First time after
yes, sir.
30 drops or something. Little unfortunate that it happens now. Tinker level 3. Big, big, big damage upgrade on the Tinker factory.
Sappers coming through. This is going to be a lot of structural damage. Don't blow each other up.
Oh! He wants the Moonwells, and he gets 3 of them, probably. Oh, this is so expensive, and will keep Colorful supply stock for a long time. He's starting a little bit of production to get at least 56 supply, but I don't know how to deal with this. Foggy can just leave. He wants the shop gone, and then damage is done. Foggy and the Sappers. In early fall, he played 1 million Sappers. Probably more Sappers than, I don't know, Archers.
Yeah, that was a brilliant play. That stifles Colorful's progress so much. He's in upkeep already. Colorful is losing gold so hard. He cancels production, actually. Back to no upkeep. That's exactly the move that Foggy needed to do.
And now he has so much time. So much time. That's about 550 gold for the Moonwells to come back. And the time to wait where you can't follow an upkeep. Oh, Foggy 4 Wisp in the mine. Whoopsie.
Don't look, Todd. I know it's painful.
Okay, Foggy map control now. But this is a kind of... Is it a powerful push, actually? I'm not too sure. Foggy is close. 17 supply lead. Pocket Factory adding a little damage, but not too much. Just to take him off a creep camp.
Foggy is looking for the flank. Colorful doesn't like the look of this. He's gonna fall back. Archer's definitely exposed back there. And there's no staff yet for Colorful.
Yeah, and usually Archers, you wouldn't mind to lose them, really. They free up supply for more bears. But if you're up against unarmored Hunters and Dryads, these Archers pack a punch.
That Pocket Factory, not that scary here. Ancient of War might be falling, but that's not so crucial anymore. Colorful once again with good gold. He could himself get up to like 65 supply. Has Foggy transitioned to something? Is this the crazy game where we're going to see chims?
It's 3 heal scrolls. Big investment. Crazy items for the Demon Hunter again. He could be a one-man army on a higher level. But not... Oh! Prevents the staff! There's no TP! Oh. Tinker has to get in for the staff. Demon Hunter almost surrounded. Lets him glitch out, though. And now the Tinker is ready. But maybe... Is there slow enough on the Tinker to get him? No.
That was a scary moment.
There was Colorful's tournament life on the line.
He does survive. And Colorful is just sitting there. Foggy has a contain on him right now. Yeah. Could expand again, could tech, and tech is the thing.
Tech is
All
coming.
Right, we're going tier 3.
Bears Adept upgrade. Reju and Roar. And he... Like, the number 1 objective. Prevent a Colorful expansion. Prevent him rising to 70 supply somehow. Colorful has 1,000 gold.
Starting to move out now. Nice concave by Foggy. Yeah, this is not the moment to go in yet for Colorful.
Damage output. Poison stacks, 80 supply. Upgrades, I think I saw it's 2-1. 2-1 for Colorful for sure.
Oh, Zappers again.
Side again. What's worth blowing up? Again, Moonwells? Not that easy to connect. Well, in the upper right... There might be an opening for 2-3 Moonwells again. How well can he hide them? There we go! That's the target he wanted! And that is preventing production again. Colorful is sitting at 800 gold and can't do anything. 4 Zappers for Foggy. 4 successful connections.
Colorful went into upkeep and then cancelled before, but this time he's going through with it. Seems like now he's serious.
He needs every single unit he can get.
Yeah, if Colorful can manage to get to 70 versus 80, this could still be a winnable fight. But with that Shredder, Foggy's upgrades must be out of control.
Oh, Foggy has no staff, by the way. Yeah. He's at 80 supply. He's mixing in a couple of bears, but not too many. High upkeep.
Is that 2 more Zappers? No, it's just a bear, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Denying the Huntress now, as he has better blockers in front. Colorful turtling. Foggy trying to nag away. But okay. 1 base upkeep. Foggy's economy again a lot better. He's rarely allowing Colorful to the shop, but this might be an opening to an invul, maybe? He can heal so much during an invul potion.
Alright. Colorful going in 64 supply, but some of that is still stuck in production. I believe Demon Hunter not quite level 4 yet. Here we see more bears still being rallied. This is it.
Yeah. Colorful is getting distracted by the Ancient of War. Foggy has time to position himself. He's using illusions on the bears. I wonder if Colorful is realizing this. 4 heroes. Level 4, of course, doesn't do too much, but the Searing Arrows plus 20 damage now. Roar can be dispelled, reapplied. He is wasting indeed a little damage on the illusions, but Foggy is not engaging yet. Needs a great concave, needs great positioning. And then he can take out some bears. We do have double staff, though.
87 Night Elf supply. So many bears, so many dryads. This looks like an army big enough now for Foggy to feel confident. Is he going in? Roar, Reju, everywhere.
90 supply. And 3 heal scrolls. Silence on the Demon Hunter. Okay, interesting. Can't mana burn then. And there's a decent bear concave, but they're getting shredded to pieces. Foggy losing 2 bears right there. He still doesn't have a staff. A lot about hero focus. I'm not sure if that's not wasted damage. Now he's switching the focus, and Colorful bears might melt as well. 1 heal scroll used already. Second one as well. Oh, silence on the bears, so they can't re-roar.
Next Pocket Factory by the Tinker, by the way. He hits level 4. The supply is getting closer and closer, but Colorful also starting to lose a little bit. Demon Hunter is healthy again. Uh-oh, this is looking a little scary right now.
Foggy's getting good reinforcements, though. Very, very quickly. The focus fire is the correct one now. Snipe the Dryads, and then, yep, that's easy experience. Getting closer to level 5. Foggy had a very problematic start into this series, but I think he's holding now. That was super expensive. That fed a lot of experience. But still, he holds, and there's no counter expansion behind this for Colorful.
Tinker in trouble as well, by the way. Dropping really low over there. Is he going to be going down? That would probably be the game right here and the victory for the Ukrainian.
He is pretty tanky. Staff out. No damage to this expansion. Foggy overestimated his position, maybe? Like, this hero focus was really off. Supply is a little misleading, as the bears are so hurt. They need time.
Demon Hunters are getting chased. You can always staff out now, though. There is no way of canceling that unless Foggy wants to buy a tele staff. One of the win. That would be crazy.
Foggy is again at the shop. Double heal scroll. So much of his resources ending up in items. For Colorful, barely the case. And as we are in a bear mirror now, pretty much, this Vamp Aura is so good.
Yes. If this Tinker makes it to level 5, by the way, that's pretty strong. The Podum's impact is falling off more and more as we're moving more into bears. Yeah. And there's still no Orb of Venom for Foggy, by the way.
Yeah, no orb, no staff. That is a big liability. Orbs would be really good.
Foggy only 2-1 upgrades still. I would have imagined they would be much higher than that.
Yeah, rather breaking into high upkeep than upgrades is a little questionable to me. Level 5 Demon Hunter.
Is he gonna go burn or evasion?
I think I would go evasion, but I'm not playing here for a reason.
A mana burn 3 against bears can also be really good.
Ah, true, it's good damage.
Lowers the cooldown as well. And he's very, very close now. We have only a few creeps left. The greens on Foggy's side of the map.
Upgrades here, Foggy.
There we go, finally.
Foggy has close to 600. He buys heal wards at the marketplace.
Oh, that's pretty cool. It's going to be really hard for Colorful to snipe that. The archer going to help out that way.
Colorful has a couple of Dryads. Could commit to that. Needs to position the heal ward way in the back.
And this is a really tense Night of Mirror. We're going to mine out the mains. Nature's Blessing is coming.
Again, for everyone who's...
Is that level 5? Oh no.
No!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no!
Unfortunately, again, if you're tuning in late, this is the lower bracket semifinal. Whoever loses this map is out. And what's the stalemate breaker here, Remo?
Could be Foggy getting up to another base. There we go. Now he's going for it.
Foggy
He had
goes...
so much map control earlier.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he have gone for that a little bit faster, perhaps?
Foggy goes Silence 3.
Okay, against all the bears could be great. The AoE of Silence 3 is ridiculous.
True. Toxie in chat is heavily questioning why not Life Drain. Main base is about to mine out in 150. Foggy again in high upkeep. Little impatient.
Illusions for Colorful as well. Ultimates, by the way, not too far off. Dark Ranger and Demon Hunter both are crazy good.
Foggy has the Shredder in. More upgrades for both of the players. Lots and lots of bears. Who gets the better concave? Not too many bears for Foggy. There's still a lot of Dryads. The heal ward, two of them. Silence on the bears, and Colorful took care of one of the heal wards. Detonates coming in. Doesn't want to detonate against the silence at the moment, but then he can take a lot of bears away, or a lot of mana away. Focusing the Demon Hunter, maybe not the right choice. Heal scroll number 1. He has one more.
This Demon is looking pretty damn strong if you ask me. Both bear front lines dwindling. Colorful has a supply lead over here.
Oh, but for how much longer? Many bears are falling and staffed out. This is such a fierce battle. Foggy is back. Level 5 on the pot and maybe Searing Arrow 3. Tinker super low. Demon Hunter about to be low. Colorful is losing more and more bears. Reinforcements for Foggy could still come in handy. Dryads being focused. Foggy is saving some bears to the left-hand side. All the heal wards have been used already. Is Colorful falling apart now? Does he find a way back? Half a level away from the ultimate.
1 kill away from level 5 is the Tinker.
Can he get that though? 5-5 for the Dark Ranger. Possession would probably be a game winner. That's level 5 Tinker. Demon Hunter being focused. Foggy has the last bears. Dark Ranger in trouble. Still no staff. Demon Hunter though. What can get him out? Not too sure if the Tinker staff is on cooldown or not. Demon Hunter got a potion in his back. But Colorful is down to 45 supply. Foggy, are you doing it again? Expo upper left.
Colorful lives to fight another day, but he lost a lot right there. Demon 5.5, Dark Ranger 5.6. These ultimates might decide the game. Foggy on 2 bases still. So important that he was expanding up there. I think Colorful may have seen it. He's got a Wisp up there.
Foggy is about to eliminate a top 4 performer of the World Cyber Games. 20 supply lead. Heal scrolls again. Number 7 or something in this game. At the moment, both broke. Foggy the only one mining. No, Colorful is mining again as well.
Oh, and they're going for a base race over here. Foggy's natural might be getting taken out, but I don't think Colorful can afford to lose his main tree.
And Foggy has the backup upper left. As long as he has that, it's totally fine.
Yeah, exactly.
For Colorful, this base kill is fast, but he doesn't have a TP. So there's no way he can stop this. Foggy and base races.
This might be the checkmate move for Foggy. Once again with his supply, he's had that pretty much this entire game. Colorful realizes he's stuck in this base race now, and Foggy, he is TPing back home.
Wants to fight. Not bleeding him dry, not death by 1,000 cuts, but one big knockout punch. Weird to engage into this though, with the tree in the middle. 25 supply lead. GG! Colorful is out! And we got Foggy again, living to see another day. We saw his fists briefly. That was a tough one. And again, this man comes back from a 0-1.
Great game by Foggy. Just a beautiful night of Mirror. Back and forth all the way. The first strategy for Foggy doesn't work out. Colorful too strong defensively. And then on Terranas and Northern Isles, it was a back and forth. Foggy relying on the expansions. Colorful relying on the execution. Both relying on what they're strongest with. And today, the stronger player is Foggy.
14-1 against Colorful now. The Sappers. Genius. Hitting 3 Moonwells, preventing Colorful to stepping into upkeep. Forcing so many resources. Sappers are expensive. Sappers are a gamble. But here, he hit the jackpot.
Yeah, I think the Sappers won him that game. Kind of. Especially the first 2. Number 3 and 4 also did good, but the first 2 slowed Colorful down by so much. Where otherwise he may have been able to get up to a 65 versus 70 fight that may have favored him. Tinker level 5 did a good job. Demon level 5 did a good job. So smart for Foggy to transition into bears. Very tempting with Bottom to stay on pure range, but the higher the supply gets, the more the Dryads will run into issues if there's no blockers for them in the late game.
In this fight, I was so worried. Not at this situation, but before. When he focused the Demon Hunter non-stop, and the bears were losing HP over and over. But he fixed that, and he survived with the help of 3 heal scrolls and a 20 supply lead. Colorful was pretty dead a couple of times. He always fought back as well, but in the end, it was always Foggy taking pretty much every fight, and he gets his rematch over Moon. And I would think he still has a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially that first map in their first match was very close indeed. It's probably going to be a very different game where Colorful trusts in his Demon Hunter and one base. Moon probably a little more range focused, a little more keeper focused. This could be a return to Keeper Archer on both sides again, or something else entirely. Knight of Mirror really good spot right now, I think. We have Podem Hunts, we have Demon Hunter Bears, we have Keeper Archer. Very interesting.
Who cares about the state of a matchup when the Fogster is surviving and wins again? The gold survival mode triggers something in him every single time. Winner bracket, not really his forte, but I don't know. He's an artist. He's the Bear Grylls of this tournament. Pure magic sometimes. Winner interview coming up. With Wong on stream, I think. So yeah, we're waiting for that. Jesus. Tomorrow's game, Foggy will play a little later. Tomorrow should be around 1 p.m. Central European time. The third lower bracket final against Moon.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be the last day of our group stage. We're going to finalize our playoff bracket. So far, these performances have been really good, even from some of the people dropping out. Colorful didn't play bad. He actually played a pretty damn good tournament here. And against Foggy, he was close to winning it, but the level of play here is just so high. Even if you're playing pretty damn good, you may still drop out in last place. That is how high this competition is.
Yeah, it seriously is a great tournament. So, winner interview with Foggy.
落后一局的情况下是连扳2局击败了来自中国的选手 Colorful。接下来我们就想听听他在赛后对这个比赛的看法。Hello Foggy， 恭喜你拿下了比赛的胜利。
Hello Foggy， congratulations。Thank you。Yes， 谢谢。
好，那么第一个问题，我们看到在第2局的比赛。当时 Foggy 在地图的右上角，Terran Stand 地图上右上角开矿，然后这个时候 Colorful 选手过来进攻，他的这个大树的血量一度非常低，当时他有想过可能会因为这个大树被这个打爆，然后输掉这场比赛吗
？On the second map on TS, when you are going to expand on the top right, Colorful came to attack. So do you think you will lose the game if you lose the Tree of Life?
No, this situation I can't lose Tree of Life because it's very important for must-dryad strategy, but my Tree of Life had upgrade, so I was very confident about save.
其实那个情况下应该不太会，那个大树应该不会太会掉，因为他其实有神的自然祝福，对，所以他其实很有自信的救下他那棵大树。
好的，那么第2个问题是在决胜局 NI 地图上面，那他又是用扩张经济的方法去打对方单矿，而且还用到了炸弹人啊，2次用到了炸弹人。那赛后复盘来看的话，他会怎么样评价他这个炸弹人在这场胜利当中的作用呢
？On the last map on Necros, you also used like a similar strategy. You expanding everywhere and attack with your economy, and you also use Zapper to attack Colorful. How do you comment on yourself about the Zapper strategy?
I think a big map good for this strategy, for expand. I think this strategy is very powerful.
How about the Zapper, the Bomberman?
I saw that Colorful go away from his base, so I saw opportunity to buy Zapper and attack his base.
OK， 首先在大地图上面呢，就是扩张用打经济战是永远都是还不错的战术。然后他也观察到，就是猜测因为部队离开了那个他的基地，然后可能不太会把注意力放在他的基地上面，所以他就用他的炸弹人。
好的，那下一个问题是帮这个微博的他的粉丝问的，有一位粉丝问他为什么在对阵同样是暗夜精灵的选手彩色和莫文的时候用了完全不同的战术打法。
Okay, now it's a question from a fans on Weibo, and why you use a completely different strategy to play against Colorful and Moon?
Because Knight of Mirror, you can use many strategy. It depends what hero you use. So I think maybe because my pink not same as Colorful, I don't use same strategy because maybe my micro not best. For example, Demon Hunter with Demon Hunter, Bears with Bears.
他说，暗夜本来就是一个很多战术的种族，然后就看你想要选择你想要什么英雄。然后其实另一方面是 Moon 跟 Colorful 的其实风格也不太一样，加上他认为他的操作可能因为 ping 的原因也不会达到最好的程度，所以他可能不太敢硬碰硬去Demon Hunter 打 Demon Hunter 去恶魔猎手首发。对，
好的，那最后一个问题，今天的比赛胜利之后，我们并没有看到这个 Foggy 标志性的这个拳击的动作。如果他在下一轮比赛能够再次面对莫文，能够战而胜之的话，我们有机会看到这个动作吗？
Well, on the screen today, we didn't see your boxing. So if you win Moon tomorrow, will we see the boxing?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank
他说他
you.
会
Good
的。
luck next game.
Yeah, thank you.
好的，那感谢 Foggy
Foggy as always gentle and quite humorous. Yeah, we missed his boxing celebration as well, but hope to see it tomorrow. That's halfway through day 4 here in the Gold League. That is Group C concluded. We got Infi in the playoffs. We got Colorful eliminated. The Chinese win streak is over and the Westerner survives. Next up, Group D. Starting with the winner bracket final, who will follow Fly120 and Infi as a WFZ as the 4th Chinese, or the big favorite Lawlion. And afterwards, Blade is fighting for survival in the Human Mirror versus Chimiko. So more Warcraft action coming to your home screens. We have a couple of more subs here. Thank you, Bartimeus, 8-month resub. Thanks for all your work. Nice Christmas time to y'all. Unchpace, Rick Prime, and Lino with the resubs. Much love. We rely on your support. So if you have a little change left over, send us a sub here on Twitch. Send us a dono on Streamlabs. Buy our merchandise. Perfect Christmas gift for your loved ones. Little Back to Warcraft mug. Little Back to Warcraft hoodie for the cold winter times. Or support us by sharing our posts on social media. Every like, every comment, every share increases our reach and lets the world know that competitive Warcraft 3 is happening. So go, click, and of course follow here on Twitch so we get closer to the 100k. We see each other in 9 minutes.